Hey Dana. Yeah, thumbnail sketches are pretty much what they are. They're not masterpieces, so even these are kind of a little bit on the detailed side, which is fine. But just in general, they're pretty just basic, real quick sketches. It's funny you have your watermark. So let's see what you have here. The furniture one is fun. It can be kind of like hard and a little difficult, but you've done a really nice job, and I really like that you're already beginning to look at showing two sides of the objects. For some reason, students tend to approach this assignment using very one-point perspective and really head-on. And it doesn't have to be symmetrical. That's another common kind of thing I try to kind of get students to think more in terms of asymmetrical composition. Another thing that that's always kind of an issue with this assignment is this kind of use of a face for the head. You want to have it all furniture parts, and you also really don't need a face. It's actually much more intriguing if you don't. Like, if you just get rid of this face here, it's so much more interesting. When you add the face, it ends up looking more like a comic, which you really don't want. Same here. So anyway, my favorites are this one, even though I'd probably continue to look for stool objects because there's so many different ones that you can find either online or in your house. I like this one too, but again, it's the symmetry. I think, I don't know. I think that some objects from both. The big square object or rectangular object in the middle isn't my favorite, though I do like the legs. There's a lot of things I really like about this. So you might want to either, this one's really fun because it's got this rag mop in it. So it's got some real natural cohesives, and I really like the book. So another thing to think about too is even within the furniture category, think of how to make it cohesive. What objects kind of relate to each other. Like here, you've already kind of got this cleaning thing going here. So you could push that. It could end up having more meaning because, once the eyes start saying, okay, mop, broom, then they're wondering, okay, why is there a light bulb and a stool? Not so much with these other ones because they're more generic looking, but anyway, so I usually do show a couple examples about illustrating this what I'm saying about this 1 point and 2 point and 3 point perspective angle of view. So this one's really 3 points, right? Because we're seeing three sides. That's what it is. 1 point perspective would just be seeing this one little front side, 2 points to the two, and then three. So you can just see how it makes it a lot more interesting and it has more depth. I really love this one, but again, notice that there's not really a human kind of head. And notice the side view. She worked really hard on this. These are finals too. And see the back arm, so to speak. It's smaller. So using the tools of perspective, again, smaller to create depth. Same here, smaller leg, really nice solid forms. The text didn't work, but the caricature is really cool. And again, this one too, pretty flat object, the Game Boy, but you can see what he did with the side, and it looks really great. Smaller wheel in the background. And again, more. Again, more objects the better, then you can get rid of them. I love some of the variety here, so why it's always advised to have more than less, then you can just do more with it. And look at the color, just not a bunch of color, but enough color to make it interesting. There is a furniture one, but it's not a really great, and I love this one. Nice variety. It's not symmetrical. Good use of perspective and scale with these being smaller. Shoot, where's that furniture one? Oh, see this one, he kind of overdid it. He really struggled with the background, but I think these repeating fans kind of got to be too much. He also added too many effects, and it made it look cartoony. Plus, he added the face, so he got, he lost a lot of points for just not, not meeting spec, and also not, not incorporating feedback, because you don't want the human face. It's not necessary, at all. It would be more intriguing without it. In fact, it now looks like a cartoon. But again, he overdid the color and he overdid, so it doesn't really look that photographic. But he spent a lot of time getting this background and, you know, doing the glows and doing all the stuff on the furniture. I wish I had another furniture one, but I don't think I do right now. So anyway, I hope you found this useful. And overall, really nice sketches. You know, you really don't have to make any revisions for this, you know, this week. I would suggest working on different angles and just thinking of more objects. You know, you can look at Google image search for ideas for objects. You know, so anyway, it's a process of back and forth. So you know, overall, really nice job. Okay.